Let's talk about the Clippers winning the title, according to 46% of the NBA GMs. Do you consider them the best team in the NBA right now, Paul?
I do not consider them the best team right now. I think right now the Milwaukee Bucks are the best team. If you look last year, they had the best record. They had one of the top defenses, one of the top offenses. And we all know they have the best player, I believe, in the NBA. So I think they're going to get out a little bit faster than all these teams that's coming together, putting teams together like the Clippers and the Lakers, obviously the Houston Rockets. So I believe they're the best team right now.
Yeah, I think when you say best team right now, we got to factor in all the things that are going on. For the Clippers, for instance, Paul George isn't playing, so we can't say they're the best team right now. For me, it's the Denver Nuggets. I think when you talk about a team that has the least kind of turnover, the real big addition for them is Michael Porter Jr. being this going to be his rookie year. But other than that, they're bringing back the same guys who have been together for 3-4 years under the same coaching staff. They were top 10 in both offense and defense last year. And they got a bona fide MVP candidate in Nikola Jokic. They've got a, kind of like what Paul said about Milwaukee, they got an advantage on the rest of the league where guys are trying to get to know each other or get to know new schemes and stuff. These guys know what they're doing, so they get to go out there and benefit off that continuity.
Do you think they're going to be able to hold up the defensive wall that they put up last year? Because remember, that was a big turnaround from the previous year, right?
Yeah, and that was one of the things I asked Coach Michael Malone. I said, look, you guys, usually when a team gets better defensively after being bad, it's either changing personnel, you add Kevin Garnett, for instance, or changing staff. We got rid of the head coach, or we added someone like Jeff Bzdelik, a great defensive mind. They did neither. So what was it? And he said, we basically had a kumbaya moment where everybody, players, coaches said, what we're doing is not good enough. So I think they're bought in. They know what it takes to be good or good to great in this league. And the next step is now championship, and you don't let off if that's what you go with.
The other thing interesting about the Nuggets in this GM survey was the GMs were asked to rate every position, right? And best center was pretty overwhelmingly Jokic over Embiid. Now,
Really?
All-NBA last year, Jokic did get that first-team spot next to Embiid, but it was pretty close. In this survey, it was not close. Would you rank them that way?
I think it's a lot closer than what people think. I mean, yes, Joker, he put up some crazy stats, and even in the first round, he was dominant. Yeah. He was dominant, but you can't take anything away from Embiid. He's dominant on both ends.
There
of the court.
go.
And that's where I think it's you can't separate them that far because they need an Embiid on defense for Denver, the guy who can clog up the lane, block shots. So it's a lot closer, and I'm not so sure Joker is better than Embiid.
Yeah, as a voter last year, for me, it came down to games played because Embiid lost a lot of time. But, he's taken what happened to him last year, lost weight, and improved his conditioning. I expect him to show exactly what Paul said. I'm better than that other guy.
I mean, look, if you are making – I'm not talking about these two guys specifically because, as you point out, there are all kinds of factors last year. In general, if you have two players that are even-ish offensively, and even if one's a little bit better, but the other one's a really strong defensive player of the year
Way
candidate.
better, yeah.
I don't know. It's like when people say he's a two-way player, I'm like, aren't we all supposed to be two-way players? Isn't that the idea?
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports analysis and highlights, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.